Hi everybody, coming to you for drawing one class. Um, Today I'm going to do a quick demo on contour drawings. A contour drawing is pretty much drawing the outline of the drawing, but also drawing what's in the center or what's in the middle of what it is you're drawing as well, but through line. So there's no value involved, meaning no shading or no lights and darks involved, strictly line. So I have three things here. Um, we have a part of an onion, a bell pepper, and an apple. And so I'm gonna draw from my point of view this entire little small still life here. So to start, let me just mention this. I'm actually sitting on a drawing horse. So you can see this part. This is what, and then I have a board that I have binder clipped my paper to. So essentially the board leans up against the back part of the drawing horse, and I'm just sitting on a flat board here. So that's, if we were in school, you would be sitting on some of the same things. There are several of those in the drawing room at TSU. So in lieu of that, if you're at home, what you can do is you can put two chairs facing each other to where the flat parts are touching, and then you can essentially prop your board with your drawing paper on your knees like this, which you'll see me probably do in this demo. Or if it has some sort of groove in there to hold it, keep it from sliding down, you can just prop it up on the chair, and then like the top of it goes up against the back part, the top of the chair, like so. Okay. All right. So observation is key in this exercise. In your contour drawings, we'll do a couple of different contour drawings. I have some more complicated contour drawings for you to tackle, but we'll start with the basics first. I have the apple. I'm gonna draw the still life as I see it. I'll go pretty big here. So I'm gonna do a quick gesture drawing. Okay, this is, you may not be able to see this because I'm drawing it light, but this is a good way to set things up. Okay. So I'm just doing a little rounded off triangle here just to kind of establish my corners. So my bell pepper is going to be up here, apple will curve around here, and then the onion will fall over here. Okay, and they'll be pretty big. So on the inside, I'm looking at this line between where the bell pepper is and the apple and then the onion. So I'm just gonna go ahead and establish that line as being right there. So this is where this line will be, and it runs into my apple, and then my apple, the left side of the apple falls about right here, and then my onion is gonna fall onion, yeah, it'll fall like about right. Actually, it needs to be lower. Needs to be lower. This is why a gesture drawing is good, everybody, because the way you set it up is gonna, you want it to be what you're looking at. So the line, the bottom part of the apple and the onion hit about the same, in the same area. Okay, so this is my onion here. And then that kind of goes out there. And then around here. Actually, around here. So boom and boom. This here, I go and reinforce this so you can see. Right now, you probably can't see much on my paper because I'm drawing really lightly. But again, this is a gesture. And so my apple Again, it's going to be level to the bottom of my onion. That's because that's the way that I'm looking at it. So my apple is here. A little dip right there. And then we want to go wide and come around here. Kind of has a hump right there. And then I'm going to round that off just a little more. Not as big of a hump as what I just made. Okay, so actually there we go. Round that off. And then that comes in just a little bit more. All right, so I'm just gonna erase that. So that's the shape of my apple. It's too humpy. Let me take a little bit of that hump out. There we go. That's better. Shape of my apple, and then we have the bell pepper. Okay, so over here, I'm looking at where my bell pepper starts off on the right-hand side with the apple. So that's a good line. And then we have this line coming in here. And then after that, we have, and I'm observing. So you'll notice that if you're really observing in a good manner, that you do way more looking than you actually do drawing. Way more looking than you do drawing, okay? Way more looking than you do drawing. Okay, so now we have this part, and then that part hits there. So then this part kind of runs into here. The apple is essentially overlapping my pepper here, okay? So I think it's some gnats flying around. I hate that. So I want to make this come up because that's what it does here. And then we have another little curve there to where, and then this is the back part. So then we have this part that comes around here. Okay, so I have all of my contour shapes, I have all of my outlines essentially pretty strong. And then I'll go ahead and do this little part here. I want to make sure that I'm doing this accurately as well, because this is going to be key. And a little scribble does not hurt anything, okay? That actually can get you a little more accurate at instead of like drawing a hard line right off the bat. And then it'll be easier for you to erase fully if you if you just draw lightly first. If you commit to drawing lightly first, it's gonna help you in the long run, okay? It is going to help you in the long run. That's what I'm here to do. Okay, so now what's gonna happen? Do I want to go ahead and draw these lines? Yeah, let me draw my onion lines. Let me draw my onion lines first. Let's see. I'm just drawing them lightly so I can, you know, if I need to erase, then I can do that. I'm noticing that the top ones are more spread apart than the bottom layers of the onion. So I'm trying to capture that as well. And then when you get to the very top, then they just kind of diminish. And then it just kind of fade into they just kind of fade here. So that's that. Here's my line here. There's this line. There's this line where it curves around. And then there's this line. And this actually, yeah, this actually should go there. Should run into there. And then we have the little, I don't know what you call this, but it's like a stem, I guess, of sorts. And that's gonna fall about right here. It's kind of like an oval from the angle that I'm looking. Kind of like an oval, and it doesn't touch the sides, so I want to be careful to make sure I don't touch this part here. So you can probably see that onion a little better. Okay, so, oh, let me go ahead and do my stem and my line here. So I'm gonna estimate, I'm gonna put that there, put this here. I know that took me a little minute, but I'm somewhat of a perfectionist. So now I have everything set up. So now what do? I can, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and make these hard lines just so you can kind of see how this all comes together. So doing that, I'm going, so you can see where it's drawn lightly, but now I'm going to go ahead and mark, make some darker marks, more definite marks, so that you can really see how this all works. Okay, contour. So there's my apple, and that is basically like a smiley face. So just erasing some of those extra lines there, and I could erase around here too, but it doesn't, for this example, it doesn't too much matter. So that's the outline of my bell pepper. And then I'm drawing the pitted part here. Okay, so there's that. And then now we have so there we go. And I'm just gonna make this onion a little bit darker here. I'm just, you know, adding some organic little things in here. This you don't really have to look at as much. I mean, you know, it's good to be accurate, but you can just kind of repeat the process. If you look at how it looks, you can figure out how to you know, make this look like what is really happening on the onion, on the actual onion. You know. Okay. We got one little thing out here. All right. So I can't really see the lines going this way, but I can certainly suggest some lines. So now I'm just gonna make these just a little bit darker. You know, just so you can see what's going on. Okay. Almost done. All right. So there's my onion, there's my apple, and there's my green pepper. Again, and you know what? I would feel better if I made a line that connected here. And then I'll make another line that, let's see. Can make another line that connects here. We'll do that. That just looks better to me. Because the bell pepper really does have like things shaped out. Okay. It's like a pepper that is many different shapes. It's like they're compartmentalized. So now I've made those shapes to kind of separate the different parts of the pepper. Okay, so this is the quick still life that I've done. I set it up. It's a very simple still life. Now what I want you to do is I want you to grab 5 items out of your refrigerator, set up a still life, and I want you to do the same thing that I just did here. I want you to look at it, and from whatever angle you are looking at it, I want you to draw that on your large sketchbook paper. I know that some people don't have the sketchbook yet. You need to really get it as soon as you can. Until then, I would say use copy paper or use your small sketchbook if you have a small sketchbook, like a 9x12. If you have anything smaller than a 9x12, then I would ask you to use just regular 8.5x11 copy paper. And then, you know, get your large sketchbook as soon as you can, okay? All right, so this is gonna be due next Tuesday. I'll set up a Dropbox for you. You'll see that, and then you could just drop it in there. If you have any questions, let me know. And then I'll also put up another video demo from YouTube about how to draw contours so you can see different examples. All right, happy drawing. See you guys later.